Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll begin shortly. Like, subscribe, and share. Begin shortly. We will begin shortly. They'll be going into the basics, on the basics of acquisitions and mergers from a hood perspective. Learn how to invest, take over and acquire a small company that'll benefit where we're from. Just want to open your mind to a lot of the many different possibilities. Like, subscribe, and share. Cash App, Super Chat. New subscribers, and thank you for tuning in, watching it after hours. Like, subscribe, and share with the notification bell. Thumbs up. Appreciate it. One of the topics today: acquisitions and mergers. How you can get involved, how you can set up a strategy or a plan to acquire your first company or business without starting it from scratch. Hit that like, notification bell, call a friend. All right, we got some people coming in. Got some people coming in. Thumbs up, notification bell. To the chat. Hit the notification bell, share, subscribe. New member, new subscriber. Thank you. Let's get some more people in the room before we start. We're going into, like I said, acquisitions and mergers. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, bro. Cardiac peace. Hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Where you tuning in from? We'll begin shortly. Get more people in the building. Get a few more people in the building. Gonna go in and talk about how to acquire companies without having to start them from scratch. Acquisitions and mergers. Down in the description of my details, consultation, ebooks and tutorials, news and information, affiliate marketing information. Amazon, for Amazon. I'm setting up here, as you see, I'm setting up. Start selling goods over Amazon. So that's going to be another one of my additional revenue streams. Acquiring wholesale products, putting them on Amazon. It's not one of my primary sources of income. Added to the basket. I'm trying to generate at least 5 solid streams of income. 5 solid streams of income that I can make in my sleep. So while I'm sleeping, Amazon's still selling. Everything's still selling. Ebooks still selling. We want passive income. That's our goal. Passive income. Just like the iPhone. No matter what they do, the iPhone is going to sell regardless. Doesn't matter who's at the helm. Just continue to cash flow year in and year out. And they'll develop a new one, 13, 14, 15, each the same everything, just in different numbers. They'll tell you that they have new features, do this, do that. They may add a couple apps here and there. Same thing. They can make that money in their sleep. And they have been. Amazon can make that money in their sleep. And they have been. So I'm going to explain to you how to acquire companies in extreme detail, but just basic. What about insurance policy? Yep, whole life insurance policies are great to have. Yes, sir. Whole life insurance policies. Not term life, whole life. Term life, you don't get anything from it. Whole life, you can borrow against whole life insurance if you set up your policy correctly. There's a lot of videos on YouTube talking about whole life policies. I recommend that you should watch some of them. Whole life insurance pays you annually on your policy if you have the right policy. Gives you a dividend between 4 to 6% year over year compound interest. So that's why whole life is good as opposed to term life. Term life insurance is for a certain length, certain term, 10 years, 20 years. But after that term is up, the money you put into it, it doesn't pile up like whole life insurance. The money you put policy, it piles up. Called a paid up edition. So that's called a paid up edition rider. So whole life is, and you can bank with whole life. So we since we own whole life, I can give you a little information about it before I get into talking about acquisitions and mergers. Well, whole life, what was I saying? You can borrow against it. It increases over time, compound interest. Uh, what else was I thinking about? I forgot my train of thought on that one. So put it in the chat. Remind me wherever I left off. But whole life, yeah. Process of adding one myself at this time. So many of my family members have whole life policies. So when you die, you can pass it on tax free. Whole life banking. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay. Yeah, whole life policy, it can become, once you have a stored up amount inside your policy, it actually can be your bank. So let me give you an example. Say you wanted to buy a new car. Well, when you buy a new car, if you're not, even if you're buying paying cash, you just lost money on that purchase. You could have paid cash through your insurance policy. Since the insurance policy pays 5% year over year, car loans usually have interest on them. So you actually, when you buy a car cash, you surrender the interest. So you no longer get the interest. The dealership doesn't get the interest. Nobody gets the interest. So if you have paid for the car through the insurance with the insurance policy, you would 5% that you were going to pay if you had financed the car. So say the 5% you would have paid to the dealership, you pay that same 5% back into your policy. In addition to whatever you're going to put back in there. So that'll compound. So that's how you bank with your own policy. 30,000 on the car. You go to the insurance company, say, I want to take out 30,000 on my policy. They'll say, sure, we'll give you a check within a day or two, or very relatively soon. And you take that check to the dealership, pay for the car cash, and after you pay cash for the car, you start making the payments back into the policy. And with the interest that you're applying, that's going to compound on top of that. So that's like an addition. You're paying 5% interest on top of that. You're receiving 5%. So you got an additional 10%. So you got 10% instead of the 5%, and year over year. So you put additional 5,000, that 5,000 also compound. And you can open up more than just one policy. You can have a policy in your name, in your daughter's name, son's name. You can open a policy up for anyone. But be careful who you let know that you have all these policies. Because policies are money. They're real money. The insurance companies, all banks have to be insured. And they're insured by insurance companies. So, and most of the top, they have to have the money on hand. Not like a bank, where a bank can have only 10% of the money in reserves and they can lend out the other 90%. Well, insurance companies have to have dollar for dollar. So they really are strong institutions as opposed to banks. I would actually say insurance companies are strong, but all we hear about are the banks. But your top insurance companies, uh, New York Life, Northwestern, Mass Mutual, those are companies that have been around since and established since the 1800s. Uh, they have been through many disasters. They have some of the best uh, mathematicians that work at these insurance companies are actuaries. Actuaries can pretty much predict uh, your lifespan. That's why they come up with the numbers that most blacks will live to XYZ. It used to be 67. I think we went up to like 72 now. Most white men live up to like 74. Uh, white women, 76. Black women, 72. Some round those things that may have changed. But at one point in time, black men were only life expectancy was like 67. I think that's when I was like a kid, maybe like 30 years ago. Today, technology, people more conscious of their health, they're improving their health, so we're living a little bit longer, which is good. But some people don't want you to live long. Some of y'all are drained on the resources. And they tired of you draining the resources. So we gotta be careful. Be careful. Who's draining the resources? They say you are, but are you? Who's really draining them? All right, all right. Be back. Oh, 5 minutes. Thank you for holding. Thank you for holding. I'm back. Blessed on the track. All right, all right, all right. Let's get this thing back cracking. Like I said, today I was going to be talking about, man, uh, acquisitions and mergers. Just give you a brief overview of some of the things you should be thinking about so we can change the game, get in part of the game, even though things are changing, it's still going to be finance remaining, no matter what. Somebody got to make some money, somebody's not going to make some money. So what day and age or time it is, business is always going to be going on. From my humble opinion, those who on the business side usually survive. Those who are not on the business side usually succumb to conditions, whatever somebody. So it's better to have a business than not to have a business. So it's better to be in business, some type of business. So you can receive the tax deductions, the tax benefits, the pride of owning a business, you know, the discipline it takes to own a business. So that's why it's imperative that you get into some type of business, whatever your dream or whatever it is that you make. We need to get out of our children, pushing our children to sports, football, basketball. We need to start pushing them away from that. We're pushing them more into technology, things that they can really have some substance. Not saying all children should stop playing sports. You know, that's good to play sports, but just having that as your objective in life is to be an NBA star, an NHL star, Major League Baseball star. Those things are cool, but we know we don't need a lot more of those. We got enough of those. We got enough rappers. We got enough of all of those. And if those people who are in those particular fields where we could use them for, since they can open up whatever particular sport they play, you know, why they don't make their own cleats, their own jerseys. I don't know why they don't get involved in that. LeBron could have his own shoe right here, made in America. Small little factory, 10 million bucks. He can open a small little factory, start making his own shoe. Kevin Durant, make a small little factory, own shoe. Kyrie Irving, make a little small factory, same thing, so on and so forth. Same way the Ball family did. Everybody maligned and was laughing at him, but no one else attempted to come with a high profile shoe of that nature. At least the brother gave the attempt, and his shoes are still around, but we don't support them. We still love Nike. We waiting for the next dunk to come out in many different colors. That's what we. Nobody's developing a sneaker that can compete with the dunk. I see a few guys. They got. I forgot. It's got some dice on the side. Look like the swoosh. I don't know what the name of that brother, but they're about 300 too. So their attempts are being made, but we need more and more. There's never, just because one person doing it don't mean you can't do it. There used to be at one, before we just had Ford, Chrysler, and what is the other, Buick or General Motors. There was many different car companies. Cartier, brother said, what you say? Let's see. Jordan could have made so much money if he owned his shoe. That's true. We don't like to own our shoe though. We don't want to own our proprietorship. We don't want real ownership. We scared of real ownership because that's a threat to the European. When we start really owning things, that becomes a threat. Anyone who any of us who ever done any manufacturing, so-called black people here in America, they either lost their lives or they had to sell their company to their competitor, which is usually a major chain controlled by a certain group of people. So that's when our hair care products, when I grew up in the early mid-70s, 80s, there was many so-called black hair companies. Afro Sheen, that was a black hair company. There was a couple more. Murray's Grease. There's a few more. They had to sell out. They couldn't sell out or get the hell out. That's really what it was boiled down to get on the market, grocery store market shelves in certain aisles. That's a hard fight, even for so-called European companies to get their items on certain aisles in the grocery store. It's not that easy. It's monopoly. Certain craft foods have a section. The other companies have a section. The other company have a section. It's very expensive. It's like real estate. Grocery store inside, it's like real estate. On the outside of the street, you buy your real estate. Inside the store, that's where you can place your product. Sometimes you can do it locally. Go to the local market, and you make cake pies. Some managers in some local stores will allow you to set up in front of their store and maybe get space on one of those aisles. But you gotta have a product that the people like. They taste it. Oh, this is great. Yeah, it's like gotta be like that. It gotta be amazing, amazing. Jesse would say. Jesse Peterson, check him out. Check out Jesse Peterson. That's his cat. Amazing. Check him out. I like some of his content. He's a little off base. Y'all might think he's crazy. Listen to him. Listen to him. Jesse gives you good sound advice that so-called black men definitely need to take heed. So it's on us. We got to repair the family. That's the so-called black men family, bro. The black women out here buck wild. They don't give y'all no respect. That's right, y'all, not me, y'all. They don't give you all any respect. And a lot of you all don't deserve any respect because you live with a woman. She pay the bills. All you do is eat. eat. And use up her heat. All of you guys gotta stand up, be a man, man. Now, you got to be the breadwinner in the home. You got to take that back. You, as the man, got to be the breadwinner in the home. Can't have no equal. That's when you have confusion. She cannot be your equal. A woman is not your equal. I'm going to say that again. It's going to hurt a lot of feelings. Men and women. A woman is not your equal. God didn't put her here to be equal with you. Put her to be under you. So you need to get that in line. And that'll bring order to your household. It'll bring order to you. That means you stop running around the street trying to get on your grind. Get on the hustle. So you can be the breadwinner. That's the only way women gonna respect you. Women unless they breadwinners. I'm gonna say it again. Women do not respect men unless they're breadwinners. You're a breadwinner. You're gonna have pounds like new cheerleader high school. Gonna root you on. That ain't gonna mean she gonna be right for you. But all women like guys with breadwinners. You got a good woman, a smooth cat who can take your woman. No, he can't. No, he can't. Yeah, he can. Set you up, get you out the picture. That's right. Slide right in. Got your woman. Jody got your woman and gone. That's how they used to say it in the penitentiary. So get your bread right and don't worry about no woman. If you get your money right, the woman will fall over you left and right. Get that bread right. Keep telling you. And to the women who listening, who might watch this later, I love you. But you're never gonna be above me. Never, ever. My woman will always be below me. When I say it's time to go, now wait. Wait, let's wait. No, it's time to go. Not gonna hit her, beat her, none of that. The train has left the station, she ain't in it. That's what it is. That means we ain't gonna be going the same direction long. You're not ready when I'm not. When you're not ready when I'm ready, that means we're not gonna be together long. A real businessman he can't have confusion and complications in his life. I'm a real businessman. That's what I'm trying to present to you all. Real businessmen and women, real businessmen and women. But as a woman, as a business woman, it's gonna be a sacrifice of your woman, of being a woman, to be in a man's world. Business is a man's world. And you want to play in a man's world, in which many of you doing, but many of you are upset because you don't have a good relationship, because you're playing our game. And there's imbalance in that. When there's imbalance, that's why our community's in disarray. That's why you see the young boys. That's why you see the young girls. How much money you got? That's why you see all that. There's disarray. When the woman leaves, there's gonna be confusion and disillusion, disarray. Everybody gonna be for play. Son's gonna turn out gay. Your daughter's gonna be gay. Your son's gonna be killers. Your daughter's gonna be killers. Drug dealers, drug users. So I don't know how I even got way over there. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna reel it back. I don't know how way it got way over there, but it always comes to that point, though. It comes to that point, really. It comes to that point. Actually, comes to that point. But we doing these things have a business to have a better life, right? That's why we're doing this, to have a better life, right? We want to have a life for our children, right? That's why we open up the business. That's why we do pretty much, if you have children, do whatever you do. You want better for them and better for you. But if you're not disciplined, you always waiting for somebody to give you that, you're not acquiring the knowledge to get that, you'll never get it. And you'll just repeat the same repetitive cycle. It'll be continuation of welfare, welfare, welfare. I have family members, generations and generations of welfare. I don't want welfare. My mother never took welfare. My mother worked, my father worked. I don't even understand the mentality of it. My parents didn't have didn't graduate from college. Work hard, make sure we had what we had, what we needed. And that's what we got to do. Make sure we got to do it different than what they did. They did it through a job. And those jobs are no longer here. So we got to be creative. And that's where, instead of, it's all coming back. And that's where this is coming to. We got to learn how to acquire companies. We got to learn how to, we ain't got time to be building them from scratch. got time to be building from scratch. We got to learn how to acquire them from somebody who's already got them, take them and improve on them, and then present that to society and the world. And that's why you need to learn about acquisitions and mergers. Reginald Lewis, Byron Allen. I'm giving you black people who've done this. I'm not gonna give you the white people. I'm gonna tell you the black people who've been very successful at acquisitions and mergers, who have made hundreds and hundreds of millions without having no money. They had no money. These men were broke. That's right, they were broke. They had friends and family who trusted and believed in them, gave them the little money that was needed, so they can borrow the rest from private equity, private investors. So it can be done. I'm attempting to do it. That's why I quit doing crime. Once I got to that point, I seen that. I said, oh man, ain't no need to do no crime. I can just buy my time. I just can grind now. Little hustles here and there, so I can hit my, what my man say, wait till I get my lick, then I'm gonna pay you, Corey. But I ain't gonna be waiting to hit my lick. You pay another motherfucker. See, I'm gonna hit licks along the way. I've learned those skills, so now I can sit back and look at the skills I had. I can concentrate on the big picture now. I can feed myself day to day from cash flow I make. Now I can focus on the big picture. I don't need to drive no Benz right now. I'm looking for jets. I don't need to drive none of that. I don't need none of that right now. I want that after I'm finished building the empire. While I'm building the empire, I don't need no distractions. None. All I need to do is learn, build, and grow. Put my money to the side because I'm going to need it later. That's what I'm doing. I'm mixed. I'm not trying to be at the Super Bowl. I'm not trying to be at the strip club. I'm not trying to be anywhere but in my computer, learning how to acquire $100, $200 million company so I can have my family set for life and my family, my daughter's children or whatever. Generational wealth. That's what I'm about. I'm building generational wealth. So you fucking up out here for real. You might be hitting mad licks, pop, 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 all over the city, all over the country, all over the world. But if you ain't setting up generational wealth, you're gonna be in a federal prison. Like, damn, I wish I would have set up generational wealth. Put that with a stop hustling, do them hitting them licks. Took this little money before them people caught up with me, got serious. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I do. I'm gonna get serious. I'm trying to live a rapper lifestyle, and I ain't a rapper. And that's what many of you doing. You can't rap, you can't sing, you think you can. You need to get serious. Take that spike shit out your hair. That nappy ass hair the motherfuckers wearing. You're not an entertainer or something like that. They can wear that shit. But you as an everyday person, you need to cut that shit out here. Get you a nice Caesar, nice. That's what we need to go back to. Pull your pants up. Time to clean up, man. That's what it's about now. Cleaning up. If you want to get this bread, you can't go get no bread looking like that unless you in the street. Rips and holes in your jeans. That's street look. That ain't no business look. That ain't the business look. Business look is suit and tie. Leisure time, you can wear your street outfit, but you should never be on leisure time unless you're in the house working like I am. I work from home. If you can use this technology, work from home. But when you want to get the real money, the business money from those banks, those private investors, they want you to have a suit on. They want you to look just like the way they look. If you ain't looking like the way they look, they're gonna be like, who the hell is this guy? You see with money, What do he have on? That suit. You see his partner, what's his name? James, for Rap Snacks? He had that suit on all the time. James keeps his suit on because he always about it. Gotta have that suit on. You want to meet those people. You see, James got his stuff on the grocery aisle. He ain't go to those grocery stores without no suit on with them spikes. He ain't had no spikes in his head. He wasn't smoking before the meeting. Yeah, he wasn't smoking before the meeting. He wasn't doing none of that. But if you want to live a rapper lifestyle, you can do all of that. But most of that is short lived. I don't see too many of them niggas name on the Forbes list. On nobody's list. Most of them got 360 deals anyway. Most of them from the record label. That's why you need to know business. That's why they need to come see me, look at their contract, so they won't be getting rammed up the wazoo. You know what I mean? But they gonna keep taking bum deals, thinking they shining because they got a lot of change looking like Mr. T. White people that can help them, put them in them finance cars, because you know niggas got bad credit, but they ain't cashed out no $300,000-$400,000 car. They're not cashing them out, bro. They getting leases. They fooling y'all. Fooling you. If they were smart, they buy 3-4 of those cars on lease. Out in the street and lease them out to y'all, to the rest of the fools who want to look fly. That's what I would do. I'm a rapper, go to rider, lease me 7, 8 fleet of these Lamborghinis and lease them out to the rest of the fools who want to look like they got Bill Gates wealth, Bezos wealth. Those guys can look like that, you know. But if you ain't got a couple meal tickets, man, you don't need none of that. You can get them couple meal tickets first. Get your couple meal tickets. Then go, boss up on a car, nice little pad, no problem. Because you got that cash flow turning. Once you get that cash flow turning, cash flow is the game, man. That's the game. Get you a 50-unit apartment complex. Not right now, though. They ain't paying right now. You gotta wait till they start paying again. When they was paying 50-unit complex, that's 50 different incomes. So say 10 of them don't pay. That's still 40 different incomes every month. That's cash flow. You got a liquor store. Every week, people buying liquor and cigarettes, lottery ticket, liquor, cigarette, lottery ticket, liquor, cigarette, lottery ticket, liquor, cigarette, lottery ticket. Every week. That's cash flow. That's like, those are automatic. Pizza place. Got a decent pizza place. They ain't very profitable. You know, they ain't gonna make you rich. But I had a pizza place. They ain't gonna make you super rich. They keep you in the house, keep you in the car. They give you cash flow. May not be as much as rest, but you're gonna lease cash flow 3,000-4,000 every week. You're gonna cash flow 3,000-4,000 every week. So cash flow business is what we want. No matter what they are, technology, brick and mortar, whatever. Catalog business, those still make money. You may not believe it. I bet you still get a Montgomery Ward catalog. They don't have no stores anywhere, but they still send out a catalog in the mail about once every Sunday in your pack. There's many things, many hustles, many businesses. Just gotta look. Look, search. Yeah. Write it down. Put your plan together. Begin to execute. Tell your friends, ain't got time today, homie. Got time today. Come, I'll see you in about 2 years. See you in about 2 years. I gotta get this money. That's what I did with my homeboy. Like, man, y'all, I'm tired of sitting around smoking and watching the game with y'all cats, man. We're gonna put our minds together and get some money. We all doing our own thing. But when none of us putting no money in the pot so we can do something together. That's what Europeans do. You know, and Asians, all the other cultures. They ain't gonna be sitting around watching TV, smoking and drinking without putting something together. Not most of them. I ain't gonna say, but there's a lot of them bums too. Not all. But hey, one, I know many of you like the Cheesecake Factory. I'm gonna read something here. Like I said, we're gonna talk about acquisitions and mergers. So I'm gonna get a little bit into that right now. And fast acquisition hired on confirming merger deal with Fertitta Entertainment at 6.6 billion valuation. I don't know if you many guys know who Fertitta is, but he owns the Houston Rockets, Logan's, what else? I think he owns Morton's Steakhouse. And this guy, all the stuff y'all like to eat, all the little strippers and all them want to take y'all out to the fancy restaurants. This guy owns pretty much all of them. Once they take y'all to. They used to take me to. Fertitta Entertainment, the parent company of Gold Nugget. I didn't even know that. Landry's, that's Landry's. A leader in the gaming, restaurant, hospitality, and entertainment industry to go public through a business combination with fast acquisitions at a 6.6 billion valuation or 9.25 projected 2022 pro forma adjusted EBITDA. EBITDA means earnings before taxes. I forgot the eight part, but 648 million, including the value of the GNOG. GNOG is the gold nugget. That's the name of the stock. Equity to be contributed to the company based on an assumed per share trading price of $18 for a GNOG share. Tillman Fertitta, sole owner of Fertitta. He's the sole owner. He doesn't even in his corporation. He's the sole owner. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. We know that. Will continue to lead as the chairman, president, CEO of the company, and will remain the largest shareholder. Transaction provides $200 million of cash and trust, institutional shareholders commitment of $1.2 billion in the form of a PIPE, and a PIPE, a private equity in a public company. That's what PIPEs mean. So they put private money into a public company. So you had an outside investor, accredited investor is anyone with $1 million value, I think $2 million or $2 million valuation, or makes $250,000 or more per year. So he has some private equity accredited investors. they've invested 200 million cash and trust, institutional 1.2. So he got 1.2 billion in the form of private equity. So at a price of $10 a share of FAST. That's the other company. The company expects to use the proceeds to accelerate the company's growth initiatives, general corporate purposes, and reduce existing debt. It's his own money. He's a billionaire. He's borrowing money. He could have used his own money. He's a billionaire. Could have did the deal himself. He borrowed money. He gave away part of his company. Okay, this new acquisition to pipe investors. Tillman Fertitta is expected to own close to 60% interest. The FAST sponsors are expected to own 1%. Pipe participants are expected to own 35%. And the remaining public stockholders are expected to own 4% of the company. So he gave away 35% of the company to outside investors. Took their money. Give me that bag. I take that bag. I can use that bag. You can have a little bit of my company. I don't care. I need that bag. I give you a little bit of this. I need the bag. Give me the bag. I take the bag. So we can use. I ain't got to put my money up. So put your money up. We'll risk your money and not my money. Remember OPP? Yeah, you know me. OPP. Yeah, you know me. That's what it is. Other people's possessions, other people's property. Transaction is expected to close second quarter 2021. Fast shares up 24.5% in pre-market. So just think if you got wind of this deal and you had bought fast shares before this deal occurred, you would have had 20% gain on your money, just like those GME, the Reddit people. You got to be aware, people. You got to know how to play the game. You have to be aware. If you're not aware, you're going to lose every time. Losing because we don't know. And that's why I'm bringing you this particular information. Nobody's bringing this part of the information. They telling you, go get the loan. Go get the small business loan. Go get that. Go get that. You don't have to go get any of that. You don't have to go get no small business loan. None of that. You just got to have to find a company to acquire that you can learn to evaluate it and see, can you turn it around, or see, can you improve it? Be a car wash in your neighborhood, a laundromat. It could be any of those type of business. A lot of those old people who own those businesses are trying to get out of this. You can go there and get them and negotiate terms of acquiring that asset without you having to have a dime. And if you do have to have a dime, that's when you break the deal down, explain it to friends, family, and whoever. Or go rob one of them. No, I'm just playing. don't But yeah, that's how you do it. So let's continue. I want to read something. Give me 1 second. Long pause. I'm gonna break down pipe. I want to read pipe to you. What is a pipe? One second, people. All right. Pipe, private investment in public equity. What is a private investment in? 1 second. What? Hit that like button. If you're liking the content, hit a thumbs up. Liking the content, by thumbs up, hit something. 1. Give me a 1 if you're liking the content. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're liking the content. Hit that Cash App too, Super Chat. It's always available. Help me bring more content. Hit that thumbs up, man. Come on, man. Give me a 1 or something. I ain't gonna move. I ain't gonna proceed. Give me a 1. Everybody give me some 1s in the chat, man. I ain't about to go proceed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You little people in here. Everybody give me some 1s in that. They keep it going. No 1s, huh? Guess I'll go and get off there, man. Finish next day. Finish tomorrow. Be back tomorrow. Got no crowd participation. Give me some crowd participation. Give me a 1s in the chat. Crowd participation. I need a little motivation. You like what you've been hearing so far, man? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What is a private investment? Public equity. The buying shares of publicly traded stock at a price below the current market value per share. This buying method is a practice of investment firms, mutual funds, and other large accredited investors. A traditional pipe is one in which common or issued at a set price to the investor, like that 1.2 billion for that company. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Peace to the God. Peace to the God. Thank you, brother. Give me some more people, man. Somebody hit me up. Hit that like button, man. That chat. That chat. Hit that notification bell. Cool, 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 cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hit that notification bell, man. A traditional pipe is one in which common preferred stock is issued at a set price to the investor. Like I said, like that 1.2 billion. Those people were accredited investors. They was presented with this opportunity, and they took it. And they all said, we got to get in the loop so we can get these opportunities for us. These private placements and things, pre-market IPOs. We have an opportunity to take advantage of that. Especially, I know so many guys with 200,000-300,000 don't know what to do with it. They're afraid to even use it. If you're afraid to lose it, you ain't gonna grow it. You gotta put it to work. You can't sit them Federal Reserve notes under the mat. You can't sit it at your girlfriend. That's how you're gonna lose it. You gotta put them Federal Reserve notes in circulation so they can bring back more soldiers, more prisoners. You don't send your soldiers out to go slaughter, they ain't gonna bring back no booty. You gotta send them out to slaughter so they can bring back more booty. That's why I call it booty. Because we'll go get the woman, go get the money. That's all. The booty is the booty. Peace. Thanks, boy gang. Like I appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate everyone subscribing, man, tuning in. So let me continue. While a structured pipe issues counter a preferred share of convertible debt, the purpose of a pipe is for the issuer of the stock to raise capital for the public company. Hear that? The purpose of the issuer of the stock to raise capital for the public company. This financing technique is more efficient than secondary offerings due to fewer regulatory issues with the Securities and Exchange Commission. See that right there? You can side by doing it that way. You can sidestep certain rules and laws that the Securities and Exchange Commission would normally prevent. Key takeaway: private investment in public equity is when an institutional or an accredited investor buys stock directly from a public company below market price. You even get it below the market price. That's instant. As soon as it come on, as soon as it clears, you got a profit. Because they have less stringent regulatory requirements. Public offerings type save companies time and money and raise funds more quickly. The discounted price for pipe share means less capital for the company, and their issuance effectively dilutes the current stockholder stake. How private investment public equity works: a publicly traded company may utilize a pipe when securing funds for working capital. That's what we need. We always there's never a time that we don't need working capital. We got to continue to acquire more businesses. So we always going to need more capital. And that's why you always see companies always acquiring and more capital from the government. Look, the car industry would have been kaput if it wasn't for the government. But who bailed them out? The government. General Motors would have been done. But the government came and bailed them out. They went in business with them. They became their pipe. They became their pipe. That they would have to repay them later after the company restructures. They became their pipe. The government was General Motors and Chrysler's pipe. And then they got out of the business. Once they turned a profit, they gave them back their money with a profit. But you was staying there out of thin air because there's really no money, as you all know. But we're just playing the game. It's Monopoly, really. We all really just playing Monopoly. And it's going to be one person holding the whole board at the end. Just like in the game of Monopoly. Real life Monopoly is the same way. We're playing Monopoly. They can't make up the game if they didn't have the idea already. Okay, let's continue. So by securing funds for working capital for day-to-day operations, expansion, acquisitions. The company may create new stock, shares, or use some from its supply, but the equities never going to sell on a stock. See that? They never going to sell on the stock exchange. They privately held. Instead, these large investors purchase the company stock in a private placement. Let's see what private placement means. What is a private placement? Private placement is a sale of stock, shares, or bonds to pre-selected investors and institutions rather than on the open market. They ain't even have to go to the open market to get them. They was just, here, nigga. I know you, you know me. I'm gonna slide these to you. We ain't gonna do it in the open. I won't get these to you behind closed doors because you're helping me out with my company. So I think you deserve an incentive for doing that, as opposed to those in the public market who just waiting in the public. It's an alternative to an initial initial public offering, what they call an IPO. You know, many of you always hear about IPOs. They occur every year. Beyond Meats just had an IPO. What is it? Impossible Burger, the company that had an IPO. Even Apple, when it first came, had an IPO. Microsoft, Amazon, they all had initial public offering before they became public companies. And the public company is when you issue stock. Private company is just held within your organization. Investors invited to participate in private placement programs include wealthy individual investors, banks, and other financial institutions, mutual funds, insurance companies, and pension funds. See, I'm gonna stop right there for a second. Explain something. That's why a lot of people complain about the rich keep getting richer, because you ain't in the club. You're not getting the memorandum. You could be in the club, but we ain't never really focused on business. The people who did try, we don't listen to them. Got the opportunity. They're not going to deny you if you come with the right mindset. Reginald Lewis didn't get denied. You read his book. He got one of the best books I ever read in my life, and it's perfectly titled for so-called black people. Why should white guys have all the fun? Book in 1993. And that's been my motto. I was in the penitentiary on a 25-year sentence, and that's when I read that book. And I never said, when I get out, I'm gonna continue to pursue that. I'm still doing it. Got out, pursuing it. But why should white guys have all the fun? Why should they get to ride on yachts, private jets? They don't play no ball. They don't run no ball. They don't do none of that. We got to damn near break our neck to ride on a jet, to get a fancy yacht. But we don't know how to play the game. And once we learn how to play the game, we'll have the same things. Better. But we're more creative than they are. They take our creativity and bottle it up and sell it. Do the same thing. We're doing it now. It's all beginning. Start Tyler Perry. I don't like the fact that he had to use a dress to become a billionaire. That destroyed the image of black men. That made us look weak. But he did get a studio. That studio can compete with Hollywood now. And with today's technology, you don't even have to go through Hollywood to distribute that. You can come directly to the consumer. That's what it's all about. Look up Urban Stream TV on Twitter. It's one of the first companies to stream urban movies directly to your home. Before Netflix. You could watch a catalog of movies. $5, $4.99, $5. Look it up on Twitter. Urban Stream TV. They didn't stay around long. They ran out of capital. That's why it's important to know acquisitions and mergers, no private placement, private investors. Start going to those accounting seminars, real estate seminars. Go on to all of those seminars, meet people, shaking hands. When those things are open back up, in some states, Florida and Texas, they still doing normal business. Travel, hit those places, meet people. I'll probably be in Florida in the next couple of weeks, so you'll see me. I'll be filming from there. Go meet people. listen to the people talking about no new friends, that means they ain't gonna have no new ends. New friends bring new opportunity. Old friends don't bring new opportunity. Old friends ain't gonna bring you nothing. Let's hang out. That's what old friends bring. Let's go hang out. New friends, your new friends, since you got a new mindset, they're gonna be about business. They're gonna be about business. You ain't gonna even let them in your circle unless they got something where y'all can reciprocate to one another. That's business. You don't need no more friends to hang out with. You should have enough of those. I know I do. I can't continue to motivate myself to continue to acquire more assets and more assets, man. Purpose. What is the purpose? 50 said it. Get rich or die trying. It's always been my motto. I knew where I wanted to be when I was 15. I took a couple wrong routes to get there. I knew where I wanted to be at 15. I tried all them wrong. That ain't gonna get you there. I thought it could. Thought I could get you there, but that can't get you there. All them wrong routes ain't gonna get you there. It might be one, two dudes like a needle in a haystack to make it through. But the vast majority, man, it's gonna be a wrap. Long penitentiary stay. That's what it's gonna be. Long penitentiary stay, long prison stay. If you don't learn this, learn their game, man. It's our game that they diverted us from. They diverted us from. They took the game, ran with it. Now they made a fatal flaw, gave us where we could talk to each other face to face, like we next door to each other. We in different states and different countries. That's the big mistake they made. We can communicate to whoever and wherever at any given time, around the clock. So you can meet new people. That's new opportunity, new everything. So you can talk to a brother in Africa, talk to a sister in Siberia. You can talk to pretty much anywhere in the world and ask those people what products you have over there that we can exchange. I showed you what I do. I showed a couple of small things I do. Just I never like to have money just sitting. I put it in anything. I don't want no Federal Reserve notes just sitting around. I put it in anything. That means I can't spend it. I can't spend it. If I buy some gold, buy some silver, buy some items to sell, I don't want money in a bank account doing nothing. I want my soldiers on the field, out there playing. Some of them gonna get killed, but if I strategize right, most of them gonna bring home the booty back to me and keep acquiring more assets. I'm building an empire. You build an empire, or you just want to get by? Ups and shit. What you trying to do? Even if I don't succeed, it won't be for the lack of trying. Guarantee you that. So get in the game, man. Get in the game. Get to stop BSing. Everybody, man and woman, black or white, wherever you are, get in the game. Primarily, who I'm speaking to is so-called black people. Get in the game. You don't have to go to college. They don't teach you these things in college. You're not gonna learn this in college. You got to go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Howard University is not gonna teach you this. Morehouse is not gonna teach you this. And with most of the cats at Howard and Morehouse, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing at those places. They ain't produce billionaires. They're not producing billionaires. They're not doing nothing. Don't listen to them. They ain't producing what we need produced. They make people who accept conditions. That's what those colleges do. They make people who accept their place. I don't accept my place. Me anywhere. You can't just say anything to me. You can't just do anything to me. You can't do none of that. I'll die about mine. No joke. That's why I'm telling you, stand up as a man, learn business so we can do business face to face like men with other nationalities of men, because that's what they do. They have what they call the United Nations. We not. They had men there. No, we're not there. So us so-called black men, we send Europeans to speak for us. We don't go to the UN and speak for us. We gotta learn business. That's how if you learn the business, how to play this game, we'll start developing the right politicians, we'll be playing the game, we'll be playing the business the right way. They'll either have to destroy us completely, or they're gonna have to let us in the game. We the strongest out of anybody, physically. The so-called black man in America. I ain't talking about no other group of men outside of them. I'm talking about so-called black men in America. We are the strongest out of any people in the world. Any people. If they leave us alone, we mentally stronger than any people in the world. We already proved that, dude. We physically have shown them we're mentally tougher than any sport. Tiger Woods proved it in golf. The Serena girls proved it in tennis. They're mentally tougher than the Europeans. If the playing field is equal, we're tougher than them. Reginald Lewis, my mentor, killed him in business. They had to get rid of him. Shot him up with cancer. Wasn't even 56 years old. He learned the game, they killed him. He said, oh man, this nigga knows much. he done took $1 million and bought $100 million company. Then he took the $100 million company and got $1 billion company. I said, oh no, this nigga, he leaping too fast. That's what you call quantum leaps. He said, he leaping too fast. How's he doing that? How he take our game? He went from 1 million, 3 years later, 100 million, 5 years later, billion. With no money. Oh no, we gotta get this brother out of here. This nigga know the game. He buying company. He ain't just buy companies in America. He look up. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put down my computer up. I'm gonna show you where Reginald Lewis company. I know he bought companies in Italy. Bought an ice cream factory in Italy. He don't know how to make no ice cream. He does not make any ice cream. He bought a chips, I think it was a chips company in Germany. These are all part of the package. Part of TLC Beatrice. Beatrice Food Group was the name of the company that he purchased. Oh no, I'm just looking to see. And it's what you call. I didn't get to that part. Maybe I keep going. I'm getting kind of tired. I didn't get to that part where he did what you call a leverage buyout. But he acquired assets all over the globe, man. He just didn't acquire assets in the United States. He was a national company. A nigga, a real nigga, like us, like me. He acquired it. He was the first to do it. Robert Johnson from Jet and Ebony, he was pissed. He was Earl Graves from Black Enterprise. They were pissed. They were pissed because they was the black success stories for Black America. So, and this brother come out of nowhere. Pop, pop, pop. Hit him in the head. 5 years, became a billionaire. Just bought companies. He didn't even make no products, nothing. Just bought a company. But the first company was McCall's Patterns. McCall's Patterns, they used to be in the mall all across America. They had, you could go, girls could go there and buy patterns, pants, shirt. He bought that. Company was going out of business. He acquired the assets of that company, turned it around. He only paid he only used $100,000 out of his money on that play. He only used $100,000 and made $100 million. But he raised $1 million from friends and family. But he got the other 90, well, money from the investors. The pipes. When we talk about the pipes, he got it from the pipes. Then he went on, did the major play, was his major move, and that's when they got rid of him. He got into Harvard on a summer internship. He was an intern. And by the time being an intern for the summer, they invited him to the school. They seen how hard he worked. They admitted him to the club. I admitted to the club. Got into Harvard, worked hard, did what he had to do. Boom, boom, boom. And lawyer, he worked with the Nation of Islam. He helped Ben Chavez. Look up Dr. Ben Chavez. I don't know what happened to him, what they did with him, but he was very vocal in the 80s in all the political. He was like Reverend Al. It was either Reverend Al or Ben Chavez, either or at that during those times. But Ben Chavez converted to the Nation of Islam. But he helped Ben Chavez with a case, beat it. So he was for the brothers. He was for the brothers. Man. He was playing the white man game, but he was for the brothers. That's why he got rid of him. That's why he bought the book. Why should white guys have all the fun? Because he wanted to let us in. He was opening the door. He's like, look, this is how you do it. And closed the door, closed his curtains. Boom. But before that, at least he gave us a book, gave us an idea. 30 years later, and I'm still spitting, still keeping his legacy going right now. And one of you all gonna read this book, spark something in you, spark something in the next person. His legacy gonna live on. That's what I want. That's what you should want. You should want to leave a legacy. You ain't trying to leave no legacy, man. You're gonna be forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten. I want to leave something monumental. I want to leave something monumental. I don't know what y'all want. I'm trying to leave something monumental. I'm leaving something monumental. Matter of fact, I'm leaving something. I am going to leave something. hear the first two words, I am. You believe in that, it's gonna happen. But I'm gonna go ahead, get ready, tune on out. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, new subscribers, old subscribers. Appreciate you. Have much love and respect for everyone. Continue to study acquisitions and mergers. I just wanted to wet your whistle a little bit, kind of spark your thought pattern, start making you think a little different than what the norm does. Um, there's many ways to build a business, start a business, and I'm just giving you another way of doing it. I'm not saying this is the best way or the perfect way. The best way is just start one anyway, no matter where you at. That's the best way. No, that's true fact. Just do it. Still letting the motto. Just do it. Out the garage, out the basement, out your bedroom, out your house, out your car, whatever. Just start you something outside of that 9 to 5 struggle that they want to keep you on. That hamster wheel. Get off that hamster wheel unless it's the hamster wheel for you. That hamster wheel, you ain't gonna have no success. All the people who work for the Fortune 500 companies, they got a good mortgage. They got good finance cards. They have all those things. Good insurance. They don't have security. Only get security by doing for self. That's how you get true security. When you know you can do it. Nobody has to provide it for you. That's the only true security. So that's what you should be trying to do. Get true security. Put your family under true security. True security of the God in you. Bring that out. Let that flourish. Stop bullshitting with your friends. Get to the ends. Healthcare, lawn care, whatever. Restaurants, dinners out the house. Create an LLC. Create a bank account. Get you a merchant account. Whatever you selling, get your little merchant account. Take those debit card payments. Start establishing the business, even on a small scale, like I said, until you grow, keep learning, learn about tax, LLC structure, all that, man. It's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. It's worth it. I couldn't see myself getting up, having to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, get off at 5, 6. I did it for about a year and a half. I sold furniture for about a year and a half. That's the only job I ever had. Worked from 9 to 9, 9 in the morning to 9 at night, then get home till about 10:30. All you can do is eat, and go back to sleep, get up and go repeat it again. Did that 5 days a week. That's what. And at that whole time, I was preparing to leave. I only did that job because I had to release. They call it super federal, whatever. It's called supervised release. Got off, did that while I was on that. I did that. Saved my money then. I could leave there. That's what I did. Got into real estate. Purchased my first home, flipped it, did another. Then the market crashed in 2008, 2008. Horrible. I was only home for 2 years. 2006 came home, 2008 real estate market crashed right along with it. But that's a story for another time. Thank you for tuning in. Spread the word, please. Spread the word. Spread the word. Share. Please share the video, man. Next time I come on, we have 100 people watching. Trying to get 5,000 subscribers by March 1st. That's 2,500 more. Just help me get there. Spread the word. Spread the word. I start giving. You can contact me. I'll give you the information free. Anything you want, get it to you free. Give me up to 5,000 subscribers. Contact me. I start giving this stuff away for free. Ebooks, everything. Everything you need to become successful. I'll give it to you. But you got to help me, and I'll help you. Let's reciprocate this love for one another so we can get paid. That's really what it's all about. Raise up. That's it. I'm going to leave you like that. Peace to the God.